a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading, the podcast about shiterature.
We're here again to discuss the terrible writing we did when we were younger and some other cringy literary topics.
Okay, Leela and I can't stop laughing because we are doing something a little different today. Leela, tell them what we're doing.
We are looking each other in the eye.
But only slightly, because we're recording into a one-directional microphone together. So
Sitting side by side.
Sitting side by side.
So
we usually record remotely over Zoom, which is better for controlling your sound, I will admit. But today we're trying to see how we like recording together. Lots of podcasts do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how, because this was a nightmare, and this also definitely isn't the right way.
We also recorded our intro, I don't know, 1,200 times just now. So if we sound insane during that is why.
Yeah, if you're listening to this episode and you're like, the sound is bad, it's because we're trying something different. If you're like, wow, they're really talking over each other a lot more than usual, I'll have you know that's usual. I just usually edit it out.
Yeah, so now you're getting it raw.
The raw dog. See?
Sorry. There's no way to edit it out. Okay.
Yeah, that means you can't yawn either. You're a big yawner.
Don't bring it up. I'm going to have to do it now.
Oh, sorry. I know that's just because we record in the evenings and I get yawny too sometimes. But yeah, okay, so we wanted to record together because we're recording about like something really random and silly and we just have to look at it with our own two eyes. Well, yeah. I'm sorry, our own four eyes. I'm so sorry. Our own 6 eyes because I have glasses.
Yeah, the classic. And tonight we are going to read... Well, we're not going to get into it first. First, I'd like to know, Tina, what...
Oh, I don't know how our show works.
I kind of forgot to. Tinta, what has been cringing you out this week?
I'm going to do a throwback cringe.
Okay, great. Throw it on back.
Tell me if I've told this on the podcast before, because I've definitely, I think, maybe told it to you before.
Okay.
But one time, I had tickets to go see The Glitch Mob, which is like an EDM group.
Okay.
That I like a lot. In concert at the National here in Richmond, Virginia. And a bunch of my friends were going, and I think I was going with Sean and our friend Lawrence. As you may know, drinks at venues like this are really expensive.
Yeah.
So before we got in the car, I think I had maybe like 10 shots. I had like very many shots in rapid succession. I was just like glug, 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 glug. And I'm usually a girl who can handle her liquor, but it was a lot.
Yeah, shots are different. It's like there's nothing to water it down. You're just pounding liquor.
Yeah, and I also remember drinking a mixed drink in the car on the way there. Lawrence drove us, and we like parked and we went into the concert and we met up with some friends and we were like, we found seats in the balcony and we were with, I think, a group of like at least 10 people. And we were all talking and having a great time, but like I suddenly became absolutely blackout blasted drunk. Like very suddenly.
Oh, that sucks.
So we had all just gotten there. Like, maybe the band wasn't even on yet. Maybe it was still just the opener. And so I didn't want to, like, mess up anybody's time.
Yeah.
So I just left.
What do you mean you left?
I did not even tell Sean. I just left.
Like, you got an Uber?
Venue.
Well, there was no Uber.
Okay, wait. No, there was Uber. This was in the time of Uber. I'm not that old.
All right.
This was in the time of Uber, but I panicked and I just left the venue. And then when I got outside, I turned around and saw the signs that said no re-entry.
Shit.
So I didn't want to re-enter, so I just started walking home, which was probably 2 miles. It wasn't that far.
Okay.
But I was so drunk. I feel like I remember calling our friend Emily and telling her how drunk I was. And she was like, where are you? And I feel like I was like, I don't know. And I like maybe threw up in like a gutter, but I like also kind of don't remember.
Oh my God.
And I what I remember is telling Emily, I don't know if I threw up in a gutter or not. Because I I would probably remember it because she brings it up. So then Sean, this whole time, was like, where's my bitch? Where'd she go? So he got an Uber, and he had the Uber tracking my location.
How do you do that?
Well, because he had my location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so... So Sean and this poor Uber driver found me on the side of the road, blasted drunk. And by the way, I was like 2 blocks from home. I almost made it. And then they took my ass home. So that's my cringe of the day. This happened in maybe like 2018.
Yeah. 2018, the year of my marriage.
Oh, that's what you were doing that day.
Like barely 2018 though. I was like, I got married in January last week, actually. Well, 2 weeks ago now that when this episode's coming out. 2 weeks ago.
We're banking this. I'm going to cut all of
But
this.
just kidding.
This episode's going to the spank bank.
Oh yeah. Well, what's been cringing me out this week?
Oh yeah, what's been cringing you out this week, Leela?
Let me tell you. Again, I'm going to go with a throwback cringe.
Sometimes you got to hit the throwbacks.
I'm just having a pretty decent time right now.
Wow, brag.
I know. But, okay, so a time when I got blackout drunk, like, suddenly like that. Obviously, first of all, it's not suddenly when we were both, like, slamming shots. It's like, how did this happen?
How did this happen?
But when I first got drunk, I first started to get drunk. I was in college. My parents were very strict, and so I didn't even ever have like a sip of my mom's wine with dinner, like ever.
We've talked about this on the show before. You gotta let your high schoolers try a little bit of some shit,
just so they
not just
know.
alcohol, but like life and freedom.
Yeah, because what happens is like I don't understand or know my limits and or like how you're supposed to drink or anything, and so I would just pound shit.
Yeah, and it also like glorifies it. It's like, ooh, this forbidden thing I finally have access to. Yeah. Whereas like if your mom let you have a glass of wine like every Friday, you're like, I'm not really. Yeah, I don't need to pound it. Yeah. So I remember I had in my freshman dorm there was like this like, you know, like 5th year senior or something who was older and got all of us alcohol and also dated all of us. That was really weird. Yeah, college be that way
gross.
Sometimes.
Apparently he had a 12-inch schlong, so that's
12-inch
schlong. That's a little bit too much schlong for me, but
yeah, there is such thing as too big.
Too much schlong. So, but he got me some an 1/8 of Malibu, and I to this day kind of like can't handle Malibu or like any drinks that have it in there because it's like juice.
It reminds me of a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like so sickly sweet and it reminds me of a time.
And, I mean, because other than that, I was drinking, like, what are those ices? What were those called?
Ice.
Like, you know, remember, you'd be like, you just got iced. And you had to chug the whole one. But it was something ice. Smirnoff ice?
Smirnoff ice,
okay, yeah. Which are so sweet.
My best friend in college, you know, one of my, like, 10 best friends in college, she had a Chevy Malibu Max, and she was obsessed with Malibu rum. And she would say it all the time, you know. You can't just like something in college, you have to say it all the time.
Yeah, that's my identity. This is me now.
This is me now.
So yeah, I remember I was on Zoom with one of my friends, my high school friends from home.
Surely it was Skype.
It was Skype.
Bitch, who do you think you are?
It was definitely Skype. Because this was probably 2010. And I was pre-gaming for the evening with my Malibu and no mixer. We had been chatting for a while, and then she was like, how much of that have you had? And I was like, I looked at it, and it was like over half the bottle. And
while you were sitting at a desk?
Yes.
That's dangerous because then you stand up and realize how drunk you are.
Yep. So I also at this time was perhaps 125 pounds soaking wet. So keep that in mind as well. So all I remember after that is not much. I also blacked out. I remember that Avatar came out that year, I think.
2009. Baby.
Okay. And so my friends had it in their dorm and we were watching it, but I do remember Exorcist spewing everywhere.
In the room?
Yes.
Oh, Leela. And in somebody else's bedroom.
And someone else's dorm room. And they had all pulled together and gotten a little Siamese kitten named Nala. She was so cute. I do remember the puke got on the cat.
Oh
puke
my
out on the
God.
kitten. It was so bad. So that was my cringe of the life.
Got a little too litty for that kitty.
You're right about that, sister.
Okay, those were both great cringes. I love a throwback cringe because they're crazy.
Yeah, they are.
We're not as crazy as we once were.
And, like, thank God, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
That level of drunk is not fun.
No, it's like I've lost control of everything.
I don't feel good and everything's wrong. I don't know what's happening. Like you said, you don't know if you puked into the gutter or if, like, that might have been a dream.
Maybe I just thought, I hope I don't puke in the gutter.
Yeah.
And now it's fact.
But then, like, you're just so out of touch with what's really happening that, like, God knows. And you know what? I'm so thankful that both of us ended up safely in our beds that night. That's all I have to say.
So true. Well, Leela, are you ready to prepare for the SATs?
Oh, no. I skipped all my prep classes.
Oh, well, don't worry. I have a little something here to help you out. Okay, this is the funniest thing in the world. So, Leela, describe what I'm holding in my hands right now.
It is a book that is, it is designed in the same style of Twilight. And
is this the same font or just it's very close.
It's really close.
Look at, like, the top of the H.
Top of the H, too, yeah.
It actually maybe is just, like, Times New Roman, actually. With,
like, really big?
Bigly with, like, room in between.
Bigly.
It's
inauguration day. You know he who must not be named invented that word.
Stop dating this episode. We're putting this in the spank bank.
I forgot about the spank bank.
If you're listening to this episode, it's because one of us has fallen ill or pregnant.
Or dead.
Or maybe it's just traveling. Anyway. Okay, keep going.
The book is called Defining Twilight, and I just have to say, I think I'll try defining Twilight.
Yes, girl.
Kiss me goodbye. I'm defining Twilight, and you can't bring me down.
Pointing at me. I never tried.
Vocabulary workbook for unlocking the SAT, ACT, GED, and SSAT.
Whatever the fuck.
The fuck is an SSAT? Absolutely not.
The image on the cover, where on Twilight there's the hands with the apple. Mm-hmm. This is a hand. Not to be this way, but I think a man's hand.
Oh, I almost didn't. It almost doesn't look like there's enough fingers, but there are.
AI imagery.
Yeah.
And it's holding a key, like an old-fashioned brass type key. You know, the key to unlocking the SATs.
Is that like Charlie's hand? Like, that's like a dad hand.
It is like a dad hand. Well, and I believe, it's hard to tell, but for those who are familiar, every Twilight cover is like black, white with a little bit of red. So the little bit of red on this cover is, I think, a lumberjack flannel.
Oh, okay. So
doesn't that look like it?
It could be.
It could totally be Charlie's hand.
Charlie, yeah.
This is produced by Brian Leaf, M.A. Wow, M.A. Imagine having a Master of Arts.
Wait, should I put B.S. beside my name?
Yes, B.S.
Doesn't that suck that's...
It is stupid.
What it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This publication has not been prepared, approved, or licensed by any entity that created or produced the Twilight series of books or movies.
Wait, no, you gotta say it more fast. Like, this publication has not been prepared, approved, or licensed by any entity that created or produced the Twilight series of books or movies.
Thank you so much. Okay, the back says, okay, wait, this is so fucking funny. Can you resist the allure of Edward's myriad charms, his ochre eyes and tousled hair? These are all italicized. The cadence of his speech, his chiseled alabaster skin, his gratuitous charm. Join Edward and Bella as you learn more than 600 vocabulary words to improve your score on the SAT, ACT, GED, and SSAT exams.
Okay, that's pretty cute. Can I just say, I thought alabaster meant black this whole time.
No.
My whole life.
It means white.
Oh my god.
It means white as hail.
You know in Prince of Egypt when he's like, done with alabaster stone. All I
You're like,
ever
that's a black
wanted."
stone.
Yeah, I was like, wow, black rocks.
That's like, I remember when I was a kid first learning Spanish, I had trouble with blanco and negro.
Why? Those are the easiest ones to know.
Well, my brain would do Blanco Blacko.
Oh, Blanco Blacko.
Oh.
Blanco Blacko.
And then it would also do Negro Egg. You know, like Negro, the color of eggs.
Disney Channel's original movie, The Color of Eggs.
Okay, well, I was like 8 when I first started learning Spanish, okay, so.
Muy impresivo.
On the back cover, there is an endorsement from Peter Facinelli, a.k.a. Dr. Carlisle Cullen. Quote, I love that they got the doctor.
Yeah, to make it feel more like,
academic.
Yeah, more academic.
I never would have believed that students could study vocabulary and enjoy a great book like Twilight at the same time, but Brian Leaf makes it possible. Do you think he wrote that, or do you think somebody wrote it for him?
Somebody wrote that for him. Come on. Maybe, I don't know. He seems like a nice guy.
Who is Brian Leaf? Do you want to read?
Okay. Brian Leaf, M.A., is the owner and director of New Leaf Learning Center. In his 18 years of private teaching and tutoring, Brian has provided SAT, ACT, GED, and double SAT instruction and preparation to thousands of students. In 2008, he was chosen as an English and mathematics expert for...
Sorry, I have to take the Ollie's sticker price tag, $3.99.
I think it says eastvillage.com.
Oh my god, under the sticker, there's more sticker. Okay, we can't take it off. It's too old.
So it says 2008, so...
The copyright date on this is 2009.
There you go. It was a recent, thing for him to say.
Yeah. I will say that, huge shout out to Brooke. You know Brooke from... The world is made of land and water. And from her 8th grade dance diary.
Yes.
She also came on for one of your songs.
Yeah.
I don't remember which
Are you
one.
sure she did?
No.
Okay, I don't think she has
Maybe
yet.
we just always wanted her to.
Maybe by now she has.
She's come on for some stuff. So you guys know Brooke.
Yeah.
She bought us this because she thinks it's so fucking funny, and I do too. So we're gonna prep for the SATs by quizzing each other on vocabulary.
Oh my god. Well, already, obviously, I have a leg down. Is that,
Yeah, you have a leg down. That means your foot is, stuck in between the floorboards or something.
Leg down. Because I thought alabaster meant black. Well, I'm so sorry for all of the beautiful...
alabaster toned.
No, I'm sorry for all of... I'm not going to even go. I decided to abandon that halfway through.
Negro has the word egg in it. What's up with that?
Can't say that, Tina. I'm just kidding. It's Spanish.
I live with a cat named Egg.
That's so true.
For the listeners who may not know. So who knows how funny this will be, but we're going to give it a try. Okay, so there's multiple choice. Wait, okay, there's several different types of questions in this book. So the first one is, noble might mean blank. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
It does say what page number these are on, so if we get a really crazy one, we can look up the context. We can look up the context no matter what. If we get... Oh, I wonder if erratic is about his driving.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Oh, and then the answers are on the flip side. Okay, so... this is why we had to be in person, because there's only one book. I'm not buying fucking 2 of these. Or even 1. Shout out to Brooke. Okay, synonyms. Select the word or phrase whose meaning is closest to the word in capital letters.
Okay.
Noble. A. Inconsequential. I'm not going to do the letters. It takes too long. Omnipresent. Permanent. Regal or intransient.
Regal.
Should I check or should we just know what noble means?
What is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Noble means dignified or regal. Yeah, I bet that's talking about Edward Cullen's stupid face.
Yeah, or the fucking Volturi.
Well, this is from only the first one.
Oh,
yeah.
JK. Edward Cullen's stupid face it is. 2. You just already saw all these answers.
Wait.
Should I pick a random one?
No, because I can't see the answers, and also we know all these words.
Okay. Saunter. Is saunter most like detest, amble, fly, run, or rush. Say it again.
Definitely amble.
Yeah.
And amble is one of those words that I hate. Sometimes authors will use amble in their writing, and I'm like, this is a synonym. Most words can be synonyms, but amble starts as a synonym. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used that word.
Amble.
Amble on down. I would say saunter on over.
Or like I think perambulate. Does that mean also walk? That's too advanced. That's for SAT part 2.
Advanced. Okay, is it your turn?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Ubiquitous. Not that... We keep hiding the pages from each other, but the answers aren't on the page.
Oh, yeah.
Ubiquitous. All present. Exiled. Irregular. Inconsequential. Or relaxed.
All present?
Well, I guess I'll check.
It's gotta
But
be.
I just know.
Penny. She just wants to contribute.
She's so gentle.
Good job, Grandma.
Penny sleeps on the heating vent because she's freezing to death at all times. Okay. Okay.
I got it right, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you got it right. You got it right.
Detest. Love.
So stupid. Yeah, I really detest Edward Cullen.
I detest him. Regret. Hate. Lament. Or respect.
Hate.
Yeah. Lament would have been, I feel like, a close second. Yeah, you got it right. Okay. Next. They want to do analogies next or a different one?
We're moving on to analogies.
All right.
I hate these. These break my brain. So maybe we'll get stupider at these now.
Yeah, we'll see. We're too smart.
We have had 15 years of reading since the age we needed to be to take the SATs to learn all these vocabulary words.
That's true.
Inconsequential is to insignificant as saunter is to run, as exile is to welcome, as permanence is to stability, as noble is to indecent, or as omnipresent is to hateful.
Oh, those were multiple choice. So hold on to say it again.
What? What did you think I was listening?
I thought it was one long question.
Oh my god. Okay. Inconsequential is to significant as.
Okay.
That's the question.
Got it. Okay.
Saunter is to run. As exile is to welcome. As
Saunter is to run.
Do you want to read the rest?
Okay, yeah.
As permanence is to stability.
Oh, shit.
As noble is to indecent. Or as omnipresent is to hateful.
I don't know.
Well, pick one.
A.
You commit to saunter?
Yeah. I don't think I'm right.
C.
It was C.
Permanence is to stability.
Wait, so I don't understand.
Okay. So inconsequential is to insignificant.
So that's like their opposites, I thought.
I think that they're the same. Insignificant, inconsequential.
Oh, I thought you said significant.
Girl. I guess these are harder if you can't read them. Right, you get me with one.
All right, great.
Get me back. Because my auditory processing is not as good as my reading comprehension.
Yeah, definitely neither is mine. Banished. Sorry, I wanted to say it like
Thou art banished,
Banished.
like Prince and
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll cover that.
banished is to hailed, like
Yeah.
as A. Eternal is to permanent.
Okay.
B. Omnipotent is to feeble.
Okay.
C. Hated is to detested.
Okay.
D. Erratic is to pale. Or E. Noble is to honorable.
E. Noble is to honorable.
No.
Wait. Okay, say it again. Wait, go back.
Oh.
Read them again.
Okay. Banish is to hail.
Oh my god, I forgot they were opposites and not synonyms.
I know! What is this? Okay. Banish is to hailed as eternal is to permanent. Omnipotent is to feeble. Hated is to detested. It can't be that one. Erratic is to pale.
What?
Erratic to pale. That's like not
Give
the
me
same.
this book. Let me
Look,
look
I'm
at
telling
it.
you.
Banished is to hailed. Those are the opposite.
They
Omnipotent. Banish and hail? Yeah, banish is like, get out of here. And hail is like, hey, what's up?
The hail doesn't mean get in here.
I think it does mean, I think it
like
does.
hail,
Hail a cab.
Hail a cab, thank you.
Hail Mary.
There it is.
I reject this question. Tell me the answer.
The answer?
It's gonna be the feeble one.
They say it's omnipotent feeble, yeah.
Stupid. Let me see this. Fucking book. Okay. Omnipotent, all-powerful, is the opposite of feeble, weak. Oh, I guess I was thinking omniscient. That's what I was thinking. Like an omniscient narrator.
Wait, I thought that the way it would be an omnipotent narrator.
No, it's omniscient.
Does it mean the same kind of thing?
No. Potent. Omni means all.
Yeah.
Potent. This is exactly what preparing for the SATs is like. Potent is like power. That's a potent drink. It's a strong drink.
And then omniscient is
sky brain. Okay, wait. As like like science. Wait. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that.
All-knowing? What's the difference between all-powerful and all-knowing?
There is a difference.
If you are all-powerful, don't you know everything?
No. All-powerful is like you can beat anyone up, but all-knowing is like all-knowing. It's a Venn diagram.
I see.
Like, the Christian God is like both.
Yes.
But, like, a lot of the pagan gods are only omnipotent, not omniscient. Like, Odin didn't know everything. He just could punch people real good.
Yeah.
And he was a tricky little bastard.
The way you said that was real southern.
What?
Omnipotent. Is this good to listen to? Do you guys like this?
2 women in their 30s failing in their SAT prep.
Yeah, I'm so happy I don't have to actually take this.
I didn't study or prep for my SAT, did you?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, I took weeks of classes.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get a good score?
I took them mostly for math because I have, crippling learning disabilities in math.
Sure.
And I did horribly on the math part despite my best efforts, but
it's nice that
I did okay on the other parts.
It's nice that you have a learning disability to blame your math problems on.
I know.
I just suck at it.
Yeah, it is nice to have that to fall back on.
Okay. Now we're doing sentence completion.
Ooh, okay.
Choose the word or phrase that, when inserted in the sentence, best fits the meaning of the sentence as a whole. Katie blank vampires. She feared and hated them and wrongly assumed that they were all out to get her. Comprehended. Appreciated. Preferred. Detested. Or sought out.
Detested.
That one wasn't even hard. Fucking analogy. Let's do sentence completion.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
What?
Nothing. C. Shen had grown to expect John's erratic and blank mood swings.
Okay.
Noble. Capricious.
Oh.
Permanent.
Oh.
Ubiquitous. Exiled. It's not that one.
Capricious. It would be funny to say a permanent mood swing.
Yeah.
That's the opposite.
It's capricious.
Capricious. I love that word.
It's a good word. It reminds me of a Capri Sun.
Capri Sun. It reminds me of, did you ever read Inkheart? Do you know that book?
Wait, maybe.
It has a movie adaptation with Brendan Fraser.
I never saw
as the hot dad.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's pretty hot. I think the bad guy in that is called, I think it's Capricorn, actually. I was going to say Caprice something, but I actually think it's Capricorn.
Okay.
So nothing.
Capricorn reminds me of candy corn.
Capricorn reminds me of our friends who are Capricorns.
Well, that's good for you.
Give me this book.
Wait, which of our friends are Capricorns?
Did you say C. Shen is interesting because my sister-in-law's name is Shen?
No, that is not a name I just expected.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting name from Brian Leaf.
Yeah, I'm happy about it.
What did you say before that?
Which of our friends are Capricorns?
My mommy.
Okay.
I think Drew.
Oh.
No, yeah, Drew.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, I don't feel like I know any personally.
There's not a lot. If you want to have a January baby, you need to get knocked up in... Oh, God, math.
Oh, does anyone want to have a January baby?
February. Wait, is that right? No. Wait.
Not right. That's not at all right.
No, April. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
The only thing I know is when to have a... Well, whatever. Nothing. This is the whole book. Is synonyms, analogies, and sentence completions. So let's start flipping around. Maybe we can I'll flip through and find one I like.
Okay.
And maybe we'll do more analogies since we suck at those.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, here's a hard one. Maybe. Scrawl.
Mm-hmm.
Words are weird by themselves.
Yeah, they are.
Just say scrawl.
Scrawl.
That's weird.
I didn't like it.
Who is that?
Dave Scrawl.
Dave Scrawl. That sounds like there's two from different timelines and they come together and they're the Dave Scrawl. Okay. Scrawl is to neatness, as diplomacy is to tact, as litheness is to grace, as vogue is to style, as animation is to vitality, or as subtlety is to heavy-handedness. Ugh,
yeah,
stupid word.
Subtlety and heavy-handedness, for sure.
Okay, let's see.
Your mouth sounds dry.
You're right. It is. Subtlety lacks heavy-handedness. Wait. Yes. It's this. Okay, here's what I hate about this book. The explanations are bad. It explains the answer to every question, but the explanation here is subtlety lacks heavy-handedness. Yes, indirectness lacks heavy-handedness. Thanks. Thanks a lot. All right, here. Pick one.
All right. What do we got up in this book?
We're gonna prep for the SATs.
Let's see what we got up in this bitch. Okay. Analogies. Select the answer choice that best completes the meaning of the sentence. Fervent is to apathetic. As. Fervent and apathetic.
Yeah.
Ardent is to indifferent. Grave is to bleak. Dispassionate is to nonchalant. Vogue is to stylish.
Why do they like the Vogue in this book?
There's indubitably is to unequivocally. Unequivocally.
The first one, ardently. As all I remember is ardent.
Most ardently. You're right. You're right.
I'm right. Okay, I googled what the SSAT is. Do you want to know?
Yeah, what is it?
It is allegedly, the secondary school admission test, which seems crazy because all these other tests are for people leaving high school.
Yeah. Secondary school, like middle school?
It says developed to standardize admissions for grades 3 through 11. Brian Leaf, just trying to cast as big of a net as he can.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Wait, did I ask if you did good on your SATs?
Yeah.
You did you?
Bad at math, okay at the others.
Me too, bad at math. But for me, I got bad grades, but I was a really good test taker, so I got very, very good at reading, a little less good at writing, and then very normal at math.
Writing was my best thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, I've always just had excellent reading comprehension, and it's annoying because nobody else does, and all the group chats piss me off constantly. Our fucking girl chat, I love those girls, but I feel like every day it's do you guys want to come over tonight at 8 o'clock to watch TV? And all the answers are sure, where? Sure, when? And I'm guys, read the text. Maybe we should, okay, here's what, do you want to do something different with this?
Okay,
yes.
Yes. I want to say yes.
Okay, so here's what I think we should do. I think we should flip through and find a really funny word and then guess where why it's in the book, and then,
Okay.
we can look up the context.
Yeah, I know unequivocally. That one's easy.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Substandard, meaning below standard. Why do we think that pops up in the book?
Bella talking about herself.
Oh, Bella talking about herself. Yeah, and it says that it's page 132, so that is about right in the
Okay.
pacing of that fucking book. All right, hold this. I'm going to pull it up. I got my... Here's what the SAT prep book sounds like. Okay, and here's what Twilight sounds like. Oh, there's a poof of dust. What page? 132?
Yeah, 132.
I hated using the internet here. The modem was sadly outdated. My free service substandard.
Oh.
It was her internet.
It was
substandard.
the internet.
Wait, Brian Leaf read these closely. Do you think he has a daughter?
That is, I like that idea. That's kind of cute. Versus, you know, he's just kind of a sly businessman looking to make a couple bucks off of people's teenage kids.
People's teenage kids, yeah. Okay, find a funny one. Or a good one.
Oh, wait.
Look for where it says, like the other page, where it says, like, just vocabulary, because that's where it has the page numbers.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do...
Why did I have a tab in Twilight on this paragraph? I wonder what that's about.
what does it say? Oh, the internet.
The internet. I have a tab here. I don't know. What did pink stand for? Okay, let's see. My notes.
Dr. Seuss abuse?
Oh,
No, it can't be that.
I think pink was just stuff that I thought was funny, maybe. Because I highlighted the first time she mentions Jacob, which in Twilight is like none.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Coy.
Coy. Is it Edward being coy, or is it Bella trying to be coy?
I'm not sure, but it's on page 169.
What do you think? I think that she's describing Edward.
It must be her describing Edward.
You said 69?
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta read a whole page. It's Edward. Oh, they're in the restaurant after he saves her from getting sexually assaulted, and the waitress is taking their order, and he says, "Nothing for me," and the waitress says, "Let me know if you change your mind." The coy smile was still in place, but he wasn't looking at her, and she left dissatisfied. Oh, so it was her coy smile.
Her coy smile.
Oh my god.
I would never have guessed that.
Wait, it doesn't mention... Oh, yeah, no, it does. She smiles.
I think it's funny just what it says here in the SAT book.
Okay.
Okay. Coy means intentionally or even manipulatively cute, warm, and attentive. Gossip Girl's Serena is serene, and I'd say that Blair Waldorf can be pretty coy, especially towards Nate, Chuck, and even her dad.
Did you just say that Serena is serene?
I sure did.
That's really annoying. I named you Serena because you're such a serene baby.
Yeah, or at least that's what he came up with. I think that's funny.
My
All right, your
turn. My turn here. You can look it up. Okay. Oh my god. There's an ad in the back for a new moon one of these.
Oh my god.
October 09. Okay. Okay. Why do we think the book says floundered on page 72?
Either Bella or Charlie floundered for words, maybe?
Floundering for words? That's pretty good.
More likely is that Bella floundered and, like, flopped like a fish somewhere, probably. 72, you said?
I'm gonna guess, yeah, she's floundering on, like, slippery ice. That's my guess.
Okay.
Definitely something Edward had to save her from, though.
All right. Floundered. Okay. That's weird. I almost don't feel like that's accurately used. Okay, so it's Bella talking to Mike Newton. And so it says, "So," Mike said, looking at the floor, "Jessica asked me to the spring dance." "That's great." I made my voice bright and enthusiastic. "You'll have a lot of fun with Jessica." "Well," he floundered as he examined my smile, clearly not happy with my response. I told her I had to think about it.
Let's see. Okay, this says floundered means, and this is a nuance issue. It's obviously the right kind of word. struggled uncomfortably like a flounder fish.
That is hard to say.
Like a flounder fish flopping and struggling in very shallow water. Okay, let's see what Oxford... No, the other one. Let's see what Merriam-Webster's has to say about this. Webster's. Flounder, I feel like it's a fish. No, I'm just kidding. To proceed or act clumsily or ineffectually. See, that's like the... Okay, so this said to struggle.
Yeah.
And this said to... So struggling could be nothing. And that's what Mike is doing right now, is like not saying anything because he doesn't know what to say.
Yeah.
But Webster says to do something in a clumsy or ineffectual way. That's kind of more what I think floundering is.
Yeah, I agree.
Is being like, you know, the way that Bella talks the entire movie?
Yeah. Wait, no. Yep.
No offense meant to anyone with a stammer. Bella does not have a stammer. She's just an idiot. Okay. My turn.
Oh, Mike Newton. Okay.
Oh, wait. I have the book. I grabbed it. Wait. It's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Undulated.
Undulated? Are we reading 50 Shades of Grey by accident?
Pretty much. Do you want me to read what it says it means here?
Yeah.
Okay. Means moved in a flowing, wave-like motion. A lithe belly dancer might undulate. Ew, Brian.
Okay, alright. Undulate. For some reason, all I can think about is Edward Cullen's tongue while they're making out, but I know that's not right. Okay, undulate. Undulate. Who undulated? Maybe like the school flag.
I think it's gotta be, maybe it's, what's her name? You know, the little girl one that I like. Oh my god. What's her name?
Who?
The girl vampire. Alice. I think it's...
The little girl one that I like. She was talking about Alice.
I think maybe
I was like, Jane?
Could it be her? Because, like, they say that she's so lithe and, like, all of her movements seem like dancing. Undulated seems
it's
sexy.
Really sexy. Okay, what page?
Okay, they said it's 117. If it's the flag, I'm gonna scream.
Okay. She's talking about being at... Is this La Push? I think this is when they're at La Push, and she's talking about looking at the tide pools, bouquets of brilliant anemones undulating ceaselessly in the invisible current. That's... Stephanie, that might be the most beautiful sentence you've ever written.
Yeah, Caroline Calloway, is that you?
Oh my god. I like beautiful sentences.
And she sure does. Guess what's number 8 here? Russet. Guess what that...
Wait, but this is Twilight. Is it about Jacob, though? Because it's the same page. I said she's at La Push on that page.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Is it Jacob's skin?
It could be Jacob's skin or Edward's hair,
Let me guess. It's Jacob's skin.
Oh, there we go. Russet potato, Native American man, potato.
I always think this is gonna slam really good, but it doesn't.
Well, it's it's a paper bag.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Okay. Fucking scroll. We're not doing that one. Pariah.
A pariah. That's gotta be Bella talking about herself in the new school? No, that can't be right. I take it back. Pariah Carey.
I was about to say Pariah Carey.
I don't fucking know. Pariah. What could it be? She feels like a pariah.
It's page 90. That's how.
Oh.
So that's early in the book.
It must be in the new school. Like, new school, I feel like
I know, but everybody loves her, and she's the one who's like, fuck you guys, I'm a pariah.
Yeah. It's like, bitch, no one thinks that. Okay.
Page 90. The definition for this in this book: pariah means outcast, not to be confused with hip-hop duo Outkast, who did in fact come up with their name when looking for a synonym for misfit.
1, 2, 3,
That's so cool of you, Brian Leaf.
Okay, what was it again? Oh, pariah.
Pariah.
Or better, I continued, the pent-up annoyance flowing freely now. say that person also did a wide range of bizarre things, from saving your life under impossible circumstances one day to treating you like a pariah the next.
That's dumb because pariah is like a social outcast. Can one person make you an outcast? Only Edward and Bella.
Yeah, well, she only cares about Edward, like, from the beginning. She's like, who's this guy? And, like, why does he hate me so much? And, like, I
love
what's
that.
going on?
Oh my god, he thinks I'm a total pariah.
What about, like, everyone else who loves me? Those guys suck.
Fuck those guys.
Okay, here to go. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Vacillating.
Vacillating?
Oh, vacillating.
Does it say vacillating?
Yeah, it does.
I think that Edward Cullen's behavior is vacillating between I'm not good for you, stay away from me, and come suck my ice pee-pee.
Yeah, it's like, it's like flaky, I guess, or like,
I think
wishy-washy.
Well, am I maybe confusing it with oscillating? I think vacillating and oscillating mean similar things.
Okay, this book says vacillating means wavering between two decisions.
That also is what oscillating means.
Yeah, this reminds me of the oscillate option on a fan, which makes it move back and forth.
Why do they have both of those words?
It also reminds me of the cilia of a paramecium that you see swaying under the microscope in science class.
Okay, Brian.
That is 89, so right before where we were.
Now I have all I want for Christmas is you stuck in my head. Okay. Bella, I'm trying to figure out what you are. His jaw tightened, but he kept his smile in place with some effort. Are you having any luck with that? He asked in an offhand tone. Not too much, I admitted. He chuckled. What are your theories? I blushed. I had been vacillating during the last month between Bruce Wayne and Peter Parker. It does mean oscillate. That's annoying.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
That's anointing. Okay, let's just do one or two more of these. I want to go toward the end. I want to get us an ND. Okay. How does the end of this book go?
Blood.
Oh, running away from James. And then getting attacked by James. Okay, no. These are dumb. I'm going to the next one. Okay, that's the last one. I'm going to the first one. Let's do apathy.
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 Okay.
Lack of interest. Yeah. Remember from group 27, I guess that's a group of vocabulary, that a means without, and path refers to feeling.
Uh-huh. Okay. Apathy. What's apathetic? Who's apathetic? Everyone feels so much.
Yeah, like way too much. Maybe like Billy Black doesn't give a shit.
He said with a tone of apathy. Maybe it's Billy.
He's not in the finale. Jacob is, though. He sends Jacob. Yeah,
but Jacob's also not apathetic.
No, but he is in this book. In this book, he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's like, my dad paid me $20 to tell you to break up with your boyfriend.
I'm so embarrassed. Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. I guess I'm guessing it's one of the blacks.
Okay.
What page is it?
I forgot that I had to do something. 374.
Oh, it's baseball!
Baseball!
The seconds ticked by. The game progressed with apathy now. What? Oh, because no one dared to hit harder than a bunt. Okay.
Is this one... Oh, this is after they had their encounter.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's keep playing, I guess, because baseball's so important to us.
Yeah, why did they keep playing?
Can I say something?
What?
This book, Defining Twilight, this is the last page of the book of vocabulary. It only goes up to Twilight's page 376.
Oh, yeah.
Which, as we just mentioned, is baseball. What about the last 150 pages of this godforsaken book?
Yeah. Huh. Maybe there's no good words there.
There's nothing good. Even Brian Leaf thinks you could have ended it 100 pages sooner.
I'm ending it where I think it should have ended. In the middle of a baseball game.
Honestly,
the American way.
Even when I'm watching baseball games, I usually end it in the middle of a baseball game.
True.
Well, this has been quite fun. Worth the up to $3 Brooke spent on it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I've had a good time. Do you think with this you could pass the SATs better?
Yeah. I mean, I do think it would teach you some good SAT words. I mean, are there SAT words actually in there, or is he just picking big words that are from Twilight?
Well, the thing with the SATs is you don't know what words are going to be on there.
So they take words from past SATs to prep, right?
I don't know. I think the thing with SATs is learning basically how Latin roots work.
Yeah. Latinate roots.
And so if you get enough big words, they're going to be generally Latin-based and not, like, German-based, which those are the two main kinds of words in English. So, like, a lot of these, like, when we were reading about apathy, he was like, we learned that, like, means without and path means feeling. So, I don't know if all of the words are that helpful, but apathy is a real helpful one. Have you ever heard this word? I just found a glossary of all the words in the whole book in the back. Vituperative?
No. What the fuck is that?
Vituperative? Bitter and harsh criticism?
Like, okay. Oh,
that sounds like an adjective, but they call it a noun.
yeah, that's confusing. Okay, so, like, I don't want to hear any more of your
Vituperative.
That sounds so adjective-y.
I'm going to Webster's. I don't trust anyone else.
It's an adjective.
It's an adjective.
Huh?
Uttering or given to censure, containing or characterized by verbal abuse.
It's like you're being very vituperative right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We learned something. That's the first
Hey.
word I think that I've never heard of in this book.
I'm just going to slip it into a conversation with Jason and just see how his face gets
Be like,
confused.
you don't know that word? Haven't you ever read Twilight? You idiot.
So mean.
I laughed straight into my wine glass. I feel like it's going to sound crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? No, I know all these words. I'm an adult. I know all these fucking words.
Recalcitrant?
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant.
Yeah. Stubbornly uncooperative with authority.
I'm going to call my son, name my son that.
Call him Cal.
No, or Trent.
Or Trent. That's so cute.
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant. Fuck the police. Ooh, I love the word obstreperous.
Ooh.
Noisy and unruly. Like us.
Oh my god, they're so what is it?
Obstreperous.
Obstreperous. Ochre means brownish yellow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what color, like, fancy color names are. And also, maybe I thought ochre was OCHRE.
It is sometimes, yeah.
On Bob Ross.
Maybe, yeah. I think I definitely relate it more to yellow than brown, but it's I don't want to say dingy because it can be really pretty, but it's like a darker yellow. Oh my god. It said indignant. For a second, I thought it said indigenous, and I was like, whoa, that's I would bet
Very
$1,000 that it does not say indigenous once in all four of these books.
Yeah, I would take that bet because that's just, I mean, that was even early for the time, honestly.
Yeah.
Flippant, fishtail, estrogen.
What? It says estrogen?
Yeah.
Female hormones or female bonding?
What, like, oh, there's a lot of, no, it just means the hormone, no?
Now I have to find estrogen in here.
Oh, there's a lot of estrogen, a lot of hens in this hen house.
Okay, Brian, leave. Wait, I have to find... Why does it say estrogen in Twilight?
I don't know.
Why? Do you think she's talking about her mom, maybe?
Maybe.
It sounds like Bella would be like, ew, my stupid mom and her stupid estrogen.
Yeah, she's taking estrogen pills.
I'm not like other girls. I hate estrogen.
I wish I was a fucking boy, but I'm just a hot, boring bitch.
17th century is a fucking word in here.
What? Oh, just because some people don't know what that is, I guess.
I guess. Oh my god, I refuse to not find estrogen. Give me a fucking second. I have to know.
Every page?
Yeah, I can read really fast.
I wish they said what the numbers were on the glossary.
The glossary, I know. It hasn't been on any of these pages. I'm reading really quickly, I promise. I mean, but also thoroughly. By dint of is a word.
What?
By dint of.
Huh?
Because of.
Did she say that in there?
Like rolling down the windows on a 1959 Chevy truck. Go to 142. It comes from the word dent. Like, did you make a dent in your homework?
Oh.
Her truck? By dint of much elbow grease.
Okay.
Weird. She also says plaits, or plot. Some people say plots. Like
Plats.
plats, like braids, which is something that I definitely learned, like, pretty late. Only from reading, like, historical fiction.
Yeah, and I feel like in the UK they say that instead of braids.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. All right. She didn't say estrogen. I don't believe it. It's not on the record, and the record is Defining Twilight by Brian Lee. Do you think he would have come on our podcast if we had asked him to?
Maybe.
Sorry, we didn't ask Brian.
Hey, there's always new moon.
There's always new moon. Wait, what does he call it? Defining new moon. Okay, whatever. I give up. Estrogen isn't in here. Which is annoying. Alright. What's next? Take us home. This is so stupid.
Do you think Defining Twilight by Brian Leaf M.A. is horny, sad, or just plain bad?
It's not horny.
No.
I guess just... I hesitate to say any of those if it helped like one child pass the SATs.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go with just plain bad because we did contest a couple of those definitions.
I'm going to go just plain bad as well.
Also, the thought that he might not have a teenage daughter upsets me.
Agreed. Maybe he's like an old Twilight gay. You know?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he is. Leaf? Brian Leaf?
Mr. Leaf, can you leave a comment below and let us know?
Okay, so this was just plain bad, but if it helped, if you used this or any other like fandom tool to help you pass the SATs, please let us know.
Yeah, because that's cute. I never would have considered.
Cool. Yeah. Cute and cool. I didn't do any of that. I didn't study for any test ever, not once.
Okay, well, I'm great. That's great for you, Tina.
Well, that's it for Burn Before Reading.
Until next time, until next week, remember,
your cringe is part of you.
But only a minute part of you.
I was trying to remember any word we learned today.
It was not that one.
What's the one I said? What's the one that I said we are?
I already forgot. Tina, don't look through the whole book again.
No, I'm looking in the glossary under O.
Oh, only a...
Obstreperous.
Only an obstreperous part of you. Thanks for hanging with us this far. We love you. Bye. Thanks for listening to Burn Before Reading.
Created by me, Christina Kahn.
Hosted and produced by Christina Kahn and me, Leela Hilton.
Logo designed by Michael Hardison. Follow him on Instagram at RoyGBivRVA or check out his work at wildlingpress.com.
Theme music by Sakura Wishes.
Find me online at Christina Kahn.
And find me at Leels for Reels.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and Tumblr at BurnBeforePod.
Or feel free to give us an email at burnbeforepod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, friends.
See you next time.
Oh my god, that was so stupid and funny.
Dave X Media.